We have so many different types of roller coasters in the UK, ranging from various B&M inverted coasters, the two of which cause way too many arguments as it is, Vekoma SLCs. Why do we have 3 of them, for God's sake? Hydraulic launch coasters, and more. But today, I'm going to be giving my opinion on what coasters I would love to see come to the UK. Now, if this was a realistic viewpoint, then I'd probably say another Wacky Worm is a slight possibility, and that's about it. However, this here today is not really a realistic viewpoint and more of just a want, a need for certain coaster types in this area of the world, because when people are saying that an old 10 looping coaster that's just opened is one of the best in the country, you know we need some better rides in this place. So starting off, we'll go with one of the most obvious ones that I think everyone and their nan would say if you asked them the question. And that coaster is, of course, an RMF Dragon clone. What did you think I'd say? Did you think I'd say RMC? We have way too much ready-mix concrete in this country. It is, jokes aside, of course, an RMC. Whether that be a hybrid wooden steel coaster like Zadra or Steel Vengeance, or even a single rail like Wonder Woman. I'd take either at this rate, and they could go wherever. Let it go to Fantasy Island, I wouldn't complain. I just think an RMC is such a different type of ride to anything we have in the UK, with them being whippy as hell, packed with airtime, loads of unique inversions, all that good stuff. It would be perfect. It would be insane, as some would say. And along with the craziness of an RMC coaster, I would love to see another type of crazy coaster. No, not that one. The Mack Extreme Spinning Coaster. More so like Ride to Happiness, because Time Traveller does exist and it is cool, but happiness is just leagues above. These things are insane. The amount of times you can ride them and just not have the same experience is mad. Every time you do it, it's a different ride. I just said the same thing twice. Put this somewhere like Towers or Thorpe, and people will be going back straight after riding it because they just would not cope with how mental it is. And of course, we do have a Mack Spinner already in the form of Storm Chaser, but it's not really extreme and it doesn't have any launches, so consider me sad. And along with those two, I think in general, no matter the type of ride it ends up being, I speak for us all when I say I'd love to see a Giga Coaster. I would say another Hyper, but we are of course getting Exodus soon, if it happens. I love rules and legislations of flooding. But a Giga Coaster in this country would be huge. Not just for the ride itself, but the drawing it would have, being the tallest in the UK, and many people would just come to experience it purely because it is that tall. Although you never know, the polar coaster concept could get bought by London Resort, so we could see a 500-foot tall roller coaster towering over London. I just think we need a huge ride like that to actually have some airtime in it, because currently one of the best airtime moments in the country is on a ride that is mainly focused on inversions. And that says a lot. And with another Hyper in question, I would love to see another flying coaster. Something like Fly, where it could have a launch or two, just some insane ride system, and overall just incredible to look at. It would be amazing to see that. And that also goes for another dive coaster in the country as well, because it would be quite nice to see one in this country that does more than just a drop and an overbank. And what about a water coaster? That'd be good to see. As much as our weather isn't always the best, so that might deter people away. But then again, people do ride Tidal Wave in torrential rain, so you never know. And I reckon if somewhere did get a water coaster, they would theme it up amazingly too. Towers and Chessington, I'm mainly looking at you. And also, this is probably the one that I most want, because I'd love it, is a fast-paced, packed, elemented layout Intamin Blitz, like Taron or Tiger. How cool would that be? Just imagine Icon, but faster and more snappy. That's what it'd be like, and it would be incredible. The problem I have realised with all of these is that Merlin, being one of the most likely owners of some of these coaster types, if built in this country, they like to break records. So who knows, we might see the world's first RMC with 20 inversions. Feel free to leave what coasters you'd love to see in the UK in the comments. And talking of the inversion record, if you'd like to see this 20 inversion roller coaster I made, click here. It goes upside down a few times, I'll tell you that.